Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All, everybody. It's one of my favorite Tuesday Tell-Alls of the year. It's the third annual. I got to say third annual because Walt Walker and I have been doing this 3 times now. JEGS All Star Preview episode. Texas Motorplex Stampede of Speed coming up starting, Sunday, I guess we'll say it starts? This Saturday, maybe? This Saturday. But the Lucas Oil Divisional Series starts on Monday there. But, I mean, get there this weekend to be safe if you're a spectator and you want to stay for 9 straight days and watch racing. It sounds pretty fun. But I have stats tonight that we're going to go through, courtesy of draginsights.com. Walt and I will give some picks here and there. And we've got Parker Theobald, this weekend's winner in Stock Eliminator out in Bakersfield, one of the winners from out there. And he is the Division 7 representative for the JEGS All Star in the upcoming contest. And he was the rep, I think, last year or 2 years ago. So he is no stranger to making the trek across the country to Texas to compete in the JEGS All Star, the prestigious event, man. Sounds cool. I hope to make it to that one day in my lifetime. We'll see. We shall see. Who's out there? Hayden Brown, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. Steve Bruce, happy Tuesday. Can't wait to hear about the JEGS All Stars and in the interview with Jeg Coughlin. There's Walt Walker. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. Jeg Coughlin's supposed to be joining us tonight, but I know he is pretty busy. He's got some stuff going on, so we'll see if he can make a couple make some time for us tonight. And but as always, we are going to have Walt Walker here. What's up, Walt? How you doing?
What's up, Bobby? How are you? How's
great.
Everybody?
I'm doing great. And yes, we do have Jeg Coughlin joining us tonight. Jeg just signed on, so we're going to bring him on in just a second.
Good deal.
I just want to shout out a couple comments and I want to thank you, Walt, for joining us tonight, and we want to thank Jeg Coughlin for joining us as well. Brian Zenzen, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Perry Ford, hello, Bobby, and Gearheads. All right, everybody's chiming in here. Everybody's excited about the episode tonight, Walt. We do have some results from this past weekend. We'll cover them either later on tonight at the end of the episode for whoever sticks around for the entire episode, and or maybe next Tuesday. I don't know yet because
good deal.
We've got a lot of content for tonight, so we'll see how the night pans out. What do you think, Walt?
That sounds like a winner. We could fit it all in. Let's see what Jeg is talking about and see how he's feeling tonight.
All right. Well, I was hoping he was going to win the Nationals last week. He would be probably in like a phenomenal mood right now. He'd be all excited. I know he had a tough one first round last week, but he's won in just about everything there is. He's one of the best drivers of all time.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think it's going to affect our experience tonight. So let's bring him on here. Jeg Coughlin Jr. Hi, Jeg. How you doing?
Good evening, gents. How we doing?
Jeggy, what's going on, man? How are you?
I am just relaxing here in good old Dublin, Ohio, and been looking forward to the show all day.
Good deal.
Thanks for joining us, Jeg. We really appreciate your time, and we obviously really appreciate what your family does for the Sportsman Racer here, putting on this awesome JEGS All Star event.
Well, it's always been one of the prides of JEGS, getting involved with the All Stars. I think nearly or over 20 years ago now, to bring the best of the best together from all the 7 geographical NHRA divisions and each of the sportsman classes. It is quite the showdown. And, I recall like yesterday on the fence at Bowling Green, Kentucky, during one of the very first TRW All-Star events, watching from the fence, watching the teams, how the divisions kind of work together, how they were cheering for each other. I thought, man, that is really unique. I had to be probably maybe 13, 14, 15 years old. And, I thought, man, that's something I'd love to be a part of someday. And fortunately, from a racing standpoint, I've had that opportunity and shared some great victories there. And then as a company and as a family with JEGS, we've been involved for 20 plus years. So we're looking forward to it. The Texas Motorplex hosts one amazing weekend with the Stampede of Speed going on, with the points meet, with all the activities, all the concerts, all the autograph sessions, the JEGS All Stars. And hey, even the Mission Foods race shows up and just adds a little fun to that whole weekend. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds like that's a great deal. You won in so many different categories. I figured this year we get somebody on here a little bit smarter than Bobby that knows about all the different categories. How many different categories have you actually won in case the people don't know?
On the NHRA side, it's been, I think, seven different categories, and it's really nothing I've ever set out to do. I grew up kind of bracket racing and running in super gas. So super gas was kind of my first love, and transitioned into super stock and had great success in super stock as well. And then later in the mid to late 90s into comp eliminator, ran comp just 1 year, and was able to score a couple of wins that year as well, and challenge for the championship. But it's it's just been something that's been fun to be a part of. Sometimes I think my brother left his keys to his top dragster sitting in it one weekend, and asked if I wouldn't mind shaking it down some. So I took it and had some great fortune in it at St. Louis at the national meet there. I don't even know what year that was, but just oddities that kind of added up to some of these wins is how it happened. It's like I said, it's never really anything I set out to do, but I do enjoy drag racing at its purest. I love it. I haven't really foot brake since high school. That's in the mid 80s. Okay. And I ran some stock eliminator in the early 2000s. And then I had a stock eliminator car of our own, like 2013, 14, 15, somewhere in there. And even had some success in that. So
you won the sports nationals with that one, didn't you?
We did. Yep. Yeah. I had a great, one of the last times I think I've raced at National Trail Raceway in the NHRA realm, doubled up in super gas and stock eliminator. So yeah, that was very, very memorable.
Good deal. Good deal.
Now that's awesome, Jeg. And I'm not sure if you know, but stock and super stock is very near and dear to Walt and my heart. This podcast is really mainly for stock and super stock. We wanted to just bring more awareness to it. We want to promote the classes. We like wheelies. We like steel-bodied real cars with, the engine that it came with from 1969. So,
yeah, you're talking music to my ears too. And not to kind of interject on that, but we bought a car from Jeff Taylor, the famed Jeff Taylor, in 1993. At the end of the '93 season, actually, from the event in Houston the week before the Dallas National. And I remember the first time, I'd never driven the car, and we bought it, and I took it to the Chief Nationals the next week in Dallas. I thought, heck, it's already down here. Let's stick around and run it. And I can remember like yesterday. I mean, this thing ran like 93, 94, 9,500 RPMs at that time. Maybe not quite that, maybe 9,200, whatever. Point is, man, it was just singing in my ears. I was like, man, this is amazing. I remember, pre-staging, staging, setting the brake on the two-step, and as soon as I let go of the button, I mean, this thing just got, it wasn't quiet by any stretch, but it just got real smooth. What seemed like quiet, the front end was up in the air, and I thought, man, I love you. And I've had that kind of love affair ever since. I haven't run a whole lot of super stock in the last 10 or 15 years, but I can tell you it has always been a highlight in my life for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was that old FJ car or East Tex car? Or do you remember?
It was, yeah, it was an FJ car, probably a 92 or 93 Achieva, old Achieva. Yeah, it was blue and white, said, probably Klein and Taylor on the door, maybe, or God as my co-pilot was riding with me on the license plate. I did get a call from Jeff over the winter following that Chiefs race. Said, "Hey, Jeg, I do need to get my license plate back from you." Though I said, I understand, but we're fortunate. I almost took it to the winner's circle there at the Chiefs, and in our first outing, got down to 4, and just got behind with that 620, 650 rear end gear. I was patting the gas coming around, and the thing just checked back on me. I'm like, no. So, nonetheless, it was a quick learning curve, and off we went.
Good deal. How much are you paying attention to these classes now? I know you don't remember, but in the 90s, I was helping a pro stock bike guy, and out of Louisiana, and we were somewhere at some national event, and it's 7 a.m. and nobody's there, and stock super stocks come into the ready line, and myself, you, and Troy, your brother Troy, were at the fence, and I was like, "This is pretty cool," because these guys, I think both of y'all were running pro stock at the time, and y'all were up at 7, 8 o'clock a.m. It might have been Gainesville or wherever it was, watching the sportsman classes, and I'm like, "These guys are all right with me."
Yeah, no, it's that's definitely how I mean, we grew up. Our father raced in Top Fuel. His was his last professional ride. He came back maybe about 10 years later and ran some Lucas Oil Series races with us in Super Street, Super Gas. But yeah, we grew up fortunately in the shop, at the racetrack, in the JEGS business itself as well. Kind of all three one and the same. And yeah, so racing was always first on our mind without question. I was the youngest of four, Troy's the second oldest. And so he was always a little story about him. Troy just loves going fast. I mean, pro mod was right down his alley. I'm surprised he never hooked a ride in a funny car or a top fuel car, because he's just always had that thrill for acceleration and speed, and he loves boost. So which is right up their alley with the no prep stuff that he and his daughter are doing, and all the pro mod championships that he's won. But no, we all three of my brothers and I have grown up around the races and enjoy watching damn near from sun up to sundown. Maybe not every day, but don't miss too many rounds. The coverage now, is a now world that we live in, as we know. You can
Yes.
pull up an app and you can see time slips. You can pull up another app. You can watch it live. I mean, it's pretty cool. And not just the NHRA events, but a lot of our local stock, super stock races, a lot of the bracket races, etc. So there's never anything shy for looking for racing.
Yep. Well, good deal. Are you
Right now,
ready?
go ahead. Well,
No, I'm just saying. Are you in this? You want to go through these names with us and tell us what you think, Jaggy?
I've briefly gone down the list of names in all the categories, and man, it's going to be spectacular. It always is, though. I mean, it's again, like the opening statements of the All Stars. It is the seven best drivers geographically from all seven divisions in the NHRA that get invited to come to the All Stars, and then naturally the eighth player is the returning champion from the year before. So it is. Much like the movie says, it's the Top Gun challenge, and it's every round looks like a final. There's strategy going on in all the classes when they're making their time runs earlier in the week to where they want to try and line up on the ladder or not line up on the ladder, depending on, if say Division 4's got a blocker in one of the classes, obviously with another entry. So they're trying to stay away from each other, and it's just a cool environment. You got all seven of the division directors, kind of their captains, kind of like the Ryder Cup we've just seen on TV this week and on the golf world. And so, they've got fearless leaders out there kind of cheering them all on. And, all the teams look great in their uniforms. And look what the Texas Motorplex does for this event. They really host it well. I really enjoyed watching it last year. And I think it's going to be even a bigger event this year, I think this is the second year at Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, or is it
third year
third already?
Third year. Yep.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, I remember I was about I wasn't racing the first year it was there. Then last year I was about 4 or 5 pair back, and there was an incident on track and a little bit of downtime. And the next thing you know, there was a parade of probably 60, 70 golf carts going right by us under the tower and right down along the fence, throwing stuff out to the fans. And it was all the JEGS All Stars. A lot of the JEGS All Star participants and their families and kids, and they were able to kind of enjoy that Friday night under the lights, and really bring a lot of excitement to the fans. And so I look for more of that coming up here next week.
Yep.
It is super cool. I mean, the racers that are in the JEGS All Stars, they just feel so special. I mean, just from the moment they pull in, they get paved pit spots. The autograph signings, like you said, throwing the shirts out. You just feel like a celebrity if you are in this event. So this is definitely something that I am shooting for in my racing career. That's for sure. Zen's already starting. He's got to play his homework card. Jason DeForest, Ellis Booth, Jordan Pratt, and Trevor Larson. Stacked lineup. All right, everybody. I'm going to share the Google Sheet that I kind of worked on today. Everybody should be able to view it. If you want to see the roster for all the sportsman categories and some stats that I put together, courtesy of draginsights.com. Now, Jeg, I don't know if you're aware of draginsights.com, but this is an app where you can app/website where you can punch in, your name, see all your stats, but you can also punch in all your opponents' names and check out their stats. If you're going to line up against somebody, you want to see what lane they prefer, how their win percentage, their average reaction time, and a multitude of other stats. So that's where we got the data for tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome. Quite an effort to put all that data together, bringing databases together to create that. I wasn't as familiar with it till just today, but to see, say all the super stock guys, what their win percentage is, what their average reaction times have been, how many runs that have gone into accumulate into their averages or their win percentages. That's pretty cool. So we've got quite the hot dogs that they're getting ready to line it up next week, and it's sure not to disappoint. As I mentioned, it's such an honor just to be a part of racing in the event, and naturally, with all their families and all their crew, I mean, everybody's fired up, and come, the end of eliminations, which I think ends on Saturday again this year. There's just going to be crowned one champion in each class, but man, it's just to make it to this event is like I said, every round is a final round and everyone's a champion, so it's pretty cool.
Good deal. Why don't you run down the list of super stockers, Bobby?
You want to start with super stock, Walt?
Yeah, let's start with super stock, and then we got a guest for stock. So let's do super stock real quick.
All right, great idea.
Nice.
So Division 1 is Justin Pasillo, super stock B modified stock. He's in an 85 Firebird, 336 cubic inch. We got Division 2, Larry Leeser, super stock B modified. That's a 67 Camaro, 352 cubic inch.
That's an awesome, cool car.
Sounds like it, right? 67 Camaro, hood scoop car.
Yep.
Division 3, Jeremy Duncan, super stock D automatic. That's a 69 Camaro, 396 big block, 375 horse. We got Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., the Terror out of Division 4, Walt's part of town. Super stock G automatic. That's a 1999 Firebird. That's the with the LS1, Walt, 346 cubic inch.
Yep, LS1 deal. Foot braking fool. Well, that's not his nickname, but he's leaving off the foot brake, no two-step, no trans brake.
That's amazing. Nice. That's amazing. Jason DeForest is Division 5. That's the Arrow awnings and cabinets. I got to give a shout out to Jason DeForest too. He actually sent a donation in yesterday. Very kind of you, Jason. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Good job.
GTC automatic. He's got a 2005 Cavalier with a 2015 Camaro street engine in there. That's the 376 cubic inch engine, 365 horse motor.
Mm-hmm.
Division 6 is Daryl Stobie. I think that's how you say his name. Super stock J automatic out of Canada. 1964 Chevelle, 327, 300 horse. And little side note, Daryl, he's had this car since the early 80s, I believe. He brought his kids home from the hospital in this car, and he's racing it in super stock. That's why we love stock and super stock. You don't get stories like that in too many other categories. Division 7 is Randy Logie. He's super stock K automatic. That's a 1972 Dodge Demon, 340 cubic inch engine, 240 horse combination there.
And he's a replacement guy. He's a replacement guy for Ryan McClanahan, and you're about to mention Evan Kowalski, who's a replacement for the last year's winner, Trey Vetter. So
gotcha.
Both of them, Division 7 sending two replacement guys, two pinch hitters.
Two pinch hitters, two very fine pinch hitters, I might add.
Yep.
So Evan Kowalski is in a factory GTC car that is a 2008 Cobalt. That is a 396 out of a later model Copo, 396, 390 horse engine. Out of what year would that be? 2015-ish Copo?
I think 2015 Copo. Okay. If I had to guess, yeah.
All right, well, now, if we go down the line, and if anybody clicked on the link here, you would see the experience in particular class. When you see number of runs, which is on this roster, that is the number of runs that they have total in eliminations. This isn't counting qualifying or class eliminations or anything like that. In actual eliminator eliminations in that class that they are running this weekend. And that's Jimmy Hidalgo's got 437 runs in Superstock G Automatic. That
pretty
kid's not
serious.
even, he's younger than me. He's got 437 runs.
That's awesome. I think 5 of the names on this list, I've either raced with them personally or their parents. So, so that's pretty cool. So, not to add some odd color there, but yeah, Jeremy Duncan, Division III, raced with him when I started in Superstock in the early '90s. Obviously, Hidalgo and his dad haven't raced as much with Junior, a little bit in stock, a couple years ago when I ran. But what a great lineup from all 7 divisions here. It's gonna be a pretty damn good show.
Yes,
Look at
it
this,
will be.
437 runs, as you mentioned, for Hidalgo, and he's got an 18 reaction time average. That's pretty sporty.
That is amazing. Now, for the averages this year, I went with 2025 averages.
I see that now. Yeah.
I just wanted to see how they were doing this year, in case they switched cars, in case they, did change their driving style, for all we know. So 2025, and I'm sure Hidalgo has made probably, what would you say, Walt? 75 runs this year already?
Yeah, probably so. He's leading the world again in Superstock, so he's got a really good chance of winning back-to-back, which there's only been 3 or 4 people to ever do that in Superstock. So
gotcha.
He's got a chance to do it.
And in a category where trans brakes and air shifters are allowed, you're telling me that he's foot braking with no two-step.
No two-step, no trans brake.
That's okay.
Not needed.
Right? He's proved it.
Yes, he's proved it.
Many others have too, without question.
Yep. So who do you like on this lineup, Jag? I'm a little biased.
My heart's always going Division III, just because that's where I'm from, and I know the Duncan family well. Elwood, his dad, and Jeremy, strong runners. Justin Pacillo, Division I, drove our Challenger in a JEGS All Star event in Chicago, maybe. Yeah. Before it moved, and I think he runner up in the All Star and the Eliminator both on Sunday. So, I know he's going to be tough. I mean, you'd be just as easily, picking one of these 8 names out of a hat, without question. And we'll get bored and booed off the stage for saying that for damn near every class if we went through them all. But it's hard to argue. Division IV is going to have the strong hand, being local favorites, and obviously Hidalgo has been having a heck of a decade. So I look for him to be strong too. So what are you guys thinking?
Well, I mean, I gotta think Hidalgo is the favorite. I wouldn't say the heavy favorite. I would say he's the favorite right now. Duncan was in the All Stars. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. Walt?
It was 2 years ago, I believe. He was the representative at for Division III. Yeah.
Pacillo he's been on a tear the last couple of years in this car. I mean, 020 reaction time average. He was here last year. I think he was runner up to Trey Vetter. So,
and he won the national.
You get a little experience advantage when you've been on this stage already and recently, I should say. So, I'll kick it back over to you, Walt. What do you think?
I have to pick Cooter. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I think Cooter's who's driving very, very well, as he always is, but he's I mean, in Tulsa, he was just killing the tree in Superstock, and I think he's already won an event, a divisional at this track, and he's coming off a win last week in St. Louis, and so I skip right past everybody and go to Cooter if I was a betting man.
I think the money line would be pretty rough one. I think you'd have to lay a lot to win a little, though.
Yeah. And everybody's capable. We've already stated that everybody's capable, and it's right place type, right time type of sport. But right now, Cooter's making very minimal mistakes, if any. So you got to beat him.
A very, very rare red light. You have to be very, very good against him. He is ice cold on the starting line. Pacillo, though, maybe chasing him down. Pacillo's got a dead nuts, consistent car right there. I mean, I like his chances. He was runner-up last year. I think he knows the place. I got to go with Pasillo, who's my Division 1 guy. I guess we're just going home divisions here in Superstock.
Let's be homers.
Well, let's pick other things. I mean, I love the 64 Chevelle. I'll give that one the hashtag the car show award. And you know.
So where you at, Jeg? You didn't settle on anything. We're not letting you get away.
You know, I'm going to stick with my original here with Duncan.
Okay.
You know, but not backpedaling at all. I mean, I know of all 8 of these guys, and I know all 8 of them are capable. We're going to be a broken record again, but I mean, West Coast with Logie, I mean, they've won races after races after races the last 30 years, so or plus. So it's I think you summed it up really well. I mean, yes, you know, it's a right place, right time sport, and this is the All Stars. It's the ultimate stage, and it's a matter of you know, who's going to get the break when they really needed it, and then capitalize on it. So stay tuned.
And he's going for the exterminator, Mr. Peth, Jeremy Duncan.
Yeah.
So yeah, this anybody's game here. You got that right. And Kowalski, is he coming off a win, a recent win? Actually,
I believe he is. I believe he won in Bakersfield.
There you go. He's hot right now.
He's coming in hot, and he'll most likely be driving too. He'll have some super gas runs mixed in. So, yep.
All right, there you go. Now I want to remind everybody, you will all be able to vote on who you think is going to win JEGS All Stars. You'll pick one racer in each category here. You're going to be able to do that on the Drag Insights website. The form will be posted. We will make sure the roster is absolutely 100% accurate, and whoever guesses all of the winners will get a lifetime membership, premium membership to Drag Insights. Anybody who does not get all of them right, there's going to be a drawing for a couple free year-long memberships. So don't worry, you could still win something. So it's always a fun thing that we do every year for the JEGS All Stars. All right, looking forward to that. Should we move it into Stock Eliminator, Walt?
Well, how about we bring on our guest before we talk about Stock Eliminator? Because if we don't pick him, he might be mad when we talk to him.
All right.
Let's talk to him before.
Well, how do you know I wasn't going to pick him, huh?
We might. All
right, let's bring on Mr.
I think
Parker.
I picked him last year.
Parker Theobald, who, there he is. Hi, Parker.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, Parker?
What's happening?
All right, Parker Theobald out of state of Utah, Division 7 standout, a C-Stock automatic car that I have to avoid like the plague, and wins a lot. So how you doing, Parker? You just coming off a win, right?
Yeah, we were lucky enough in Bakersfield to turn on all the win lights one day, and it's really nice when the car works really good and then the driver works really good the same day. Those days don't seem to happen often enough. The car was good the second race, but the driver was less than stellar, so we got our butt kicked first round the second race. But it's always good to come home with a couple wallies. I was fortunate enough to win the class runoff and in C-Stock automatic as well. So
attaboy.
Hardware.
Very cool.
Two wallies for one weekend. There you go.
I think the best thing about Bakersfield this year is you don't have to leave there and come straight to Dallas. You don't have to leave Sunday morning and come straight to Dallas like they have the past couple years.
Yeah, we got really lucky that how they scheduled it this year. But lucky for us, I don't know if you know who Will Carroll is. He owns Ardmore Dragway.
Definitely know Will.
We're gonna go to his Cow Pasture Nationals and race for $5,000 on Saturday and Sunday, and then hit up the divisional on Monday. So we're doing a little family trip for a week and a half and get 6 races in a week.
That's great.
Awesome.
Sounds like awesome. A perfect week.
That sounds like the old 5 days, huh, Jay?
Sure. Yeah, I'd go back in a heartbeat.
Little Moroso. All right. Let's shout out the Stock Eliminator lineup here. Roster, Division 1. Johnny Gray, that's a AA stock automatic, 69 Camaro. It's the 396, 375 horse. Division 2, Steve Foley, factory stock D. That's a 2023 Copo, 376 cubic inch, 415 horse. That is a Darren Poole Adams car. Steve gets to drive. Division 3, Josh Decker, C stock automatic, 72 Corvette, which is cool because we're going to have 2 C stockers in the JEGS All Star here. So we could have a potential heads up race.
Yeah.
That is a 454 cubic inch engine, the 270 horse combo. Division 4, Landon Emmons, one of the Emmons clan, A stock automatic, 69 Camaro, another 396, 375 horse. Division 5, LSV Booth, M stock automatic, 88 Mustang, hatchback, 302, 225 horse. Gotta love the hatchbacks. Division 6, Brad Burton is driving dad's car, factory stock D. That's a 2010 Cobra Jet, 428 cubic inch, 375 horse. Division 7 is Parker Theobald, C stock automatic. That's a 69 Barracuda, 440, 4-barrel, 375 horse. And Michael Brand is the blocker. Michael Brand's a name I haven't really heard much this year. I don't know if he's just been sitting it out this year or what, but he's got a factory stock AA 2014 Cobra Jet, the 302 supercharged, 525 horse combination there.
Yep, fastest car in the field, quickest car in the field.
Yeah. But I haven't seen him much this year, Walt. Have you?
No, I haven't seen him much either. But I mean, he may be bracket racing somewhere. He may be just working on his stuff, and he still has that old Pontiac somewhere hidden away. So he might show up in it.
I guess we'll find out. Now, Parker, you've been here. What was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, I was in 2023 along with my brother. He was the rep in Super Comp.
Nice. And I know you went. I mean, did you go a couple rounds? Did you
My
win
guy
it?
laid down trip zip and like sub 15 total on me, and I was just in the way.
That was it. Got that on
Damn
video,
it.
actually.
It's the All Stars for a reason, right?
Oh my goodness.
But I feel like now that now I can be a little less nervous this time and a little more prepared to be at the show. You know, it's the All Stars is a bucket list item for everybody. I feel like you strive all year to get there, and it's just the stakes are high, and I let the nerves get the best of me the first time. So hopefully I can control them a little better this time.
Sounds like you got it under control already.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody can see all the comments flying in, but they're popping up on the screen there. And there's Jeremy Duncan saying, "My man Jeggy." So he's excited that he got picked by Jeggy. Jason Lawrence is saying hello to you, Parker. And Zen. Any idea when the last heads up All Stars final was? I know Brett Spear won in 2014 in a heads up stock final. So
Had to take a little bit of a research there.
Yeah, it would.
That would take a little bit of research. Would you want that, Parker?
You know what? I've been racing stock since 2022, and I have not had a single heads up yet.
Oh, it's
No
time.
kidding.
Steve Wan is my engine builder, if that means anything. So I feel like I have a good shot at winning a heads up, but you never know who has an ace up their sleeve, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And also with it being the All Stars, the HS or the horsepower factoring system isn't in place. So you can go as fast as you want with no consequences to your index, right?
Correct.
So
yeah,
forgot
so
about that.
real fast and
that
just
could be really
get
fun.
after it. It would be interesting to see, that's for sure.
Oh my God! Now I'm wishing for it. Let's yeah. I hope you guys qualify and race each other first round. Yeah, you and Josh Decker. Decker's got that car on the back bumper every time he goes down the track. I would like to see it in heads up mode. That would be pretty cool. The little red Corvette, right?
That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Well, total runs, we're going with AA stock automatic is John Gray. He's got a lot of experience in that class with his 69 Camaro. He's been driving this thing a long time. Talking about heads up finals, he won one at the Epping National event a couple years ago. They got 3.5 million views on Facebook. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
He's got a really nice wheel standing 69 Camaro.
Yeah,
Have
thing's
you
beautiful.
looked at that car yet? Oh, I was going to ask.
I have. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
around forever, and admired it
Yep.
for just that period of time. It's spotless from head to toe and top to bottom, and runs like it looks.
Mhm.
He's also sitting number 2 in national points right now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
he's had
So
a heck of a year so
he's
far.
got some momentum.
And he
All right.
does.
Good to know.
Steve Foley, 123 runs in his category, 0.32 average reaction time this year, 72% win rate this year. And I might add, Johnny Gray's got a 79.5% win rate this year also, but with an 0.41 average reaction time. So he's getting the breaks when he has to, I guess, to have that kind of average reaction time and be getting that many wins and chasing people down probably in AA stock automatic. Is working out for him. Josh Decker, young Josh Decker. I mean, this kid's only been running this car a couple years now. He's got 159 runs under his belt, 38 average reaction time this year, 75% win rate. So that kid is no joke. He won the U.S. Nationals last year.
Yes, he did.
Yep. Grew up around Division III stock, super stock racing. Worked with us in our race team for a couple of years as well. Good kid, good racer, and
Good family. Yep.
yeah, surely going to be making some noise too. So yeah, just another just stellar lineup of all 8 folks.
I believe he finished 6th in the world last year, and he's, I think, 13th in points right now. So
Yeah.
perennial top 10 player every year. So can't count him out. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yep. And he's won one this year in Super Comp. So he's won a
Yes.
divisional in Super Comp this year. So very versatile and ready for any situation.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to check the number that was registered to the win.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it's got to be Josh. I didn't realize. Later, found out he's driving one of Stalba's cars
Yeah.
on the East Coast there, and I think it was the first time he drove it. So pretty cool.
Yep.
Yes, he has been helping Paul. I think he's been working with the family pretty closely, helping Paul. Paul's had a couple of heads up runs recently, and I know Josh Decker was helping him out on every single one of them. So it's pretty cool. Landon Emmons, Walt, that's your neck of the woods. That's from the Emmons family right there. How old is Landon Emmons, Walt? Do you know?
He's probably 19-ish. He just got out of juniors. So
Wow.
I would say that he might be 18. Yep, he just recently got out of juniors, and I mean that was his first year. One of his first races in a big car was last year in Tulsa, and I remember they had to do some special stuff to get him to race the national event because he was so young, as far as the 16, 17-year-old, whatever the deal is, to get him in, and he's done well. He's now the sixth member of the family to become an all-star.
That's cool.
That's amazing, right? Flying the Lucas Oil banner. Come to Division I. The left coast just doesn't have it like we do, Bobby. True words never spoken. So yeah, Landon Emmons, good coaching, good family right there. The team, they got the whole team there. They got a swarm of people around the car. Who's checking tires? Who's giving strategy? Who's got the notes? So
quality equipment. That's the car he drives is a original Jimmy DeFrank car, and so quality equipment, quality all around. So,
not to mention, he's probably made the most laps down that track out of everybody in the field.
Yes.
So
good point.
Lots
Good
of seats
observation
down that
there, yeah.
racetrack.
Yep.
0.25 average reaction time this year too. He's just 62.5% win rate. So he's cut him down on the tree. I don't know if he's just on the wrong side of some unlucky runs there down at the finish line.
Sometimes D4 can be like that.
How about LSV Booth? Now, I always got to root for the slow cars here. M Stock Automatic. It's the 88 Mustang, near and dear to my heart because I have one of these and haven't raced it in a little while. He's got 42 runs. I put an asterisk next to him because he's running M here at Dallas, but he usually runs N or O with this car. So he's only run M a couple times, but his average reaction time this year is 0.28, and he's winning 66 2/3% of his runs this year. And I mean, to get chased in an M Stocker, that's no easy task. And the booths, they know how to get chased in them slow cars. And it's pretty fun to watch, I got to say. I always love the big head start races.
Yep. And I think I'm pretty sure they're a D3 family. And Ellis decided to run claim Division 5 this year, and it worked out for him for us getting to the All-Stars. So
I like that. He did the Fast Eddie maneuver. Fast Eddie left Maple Grove and went up to New Media and just crushed everybody. Who else do we got? Brad Burton. Now, I don't know about this. Brad Burton's running Dad's car, which he only has 12 runs in factory stock D. That's the Cobra Jet. Great car, great combo, great everything in that aspect. Brad's 043, yeah, former world champ, two times over, I believe, right?
Yep.
043 average reaction time this year, but still, winning 75% of his races. Brad Burton's one of them guys where he does not, like, if he thinks a 30 light wins this round, he is 031 on the tree. And if he thinks he needs to be 005, he's 005. But he really, this kid's like a poker player up there on the starting line. He wins a lot of races just by doing what he thinks is all that's needed to be done. He doesn't try and kill it on every run, I've noticed.
Yep. Situational racer. He reads the weather very well. Coming from Colorado originally and having to deal with racing in Denver and some of those places, Vegas, racing out of that area, the different conditions and everything like that, he adapts well to them, and he does a very good job driving the finish line. And when it's kind of a mystery round, he can make it up on the finish line.
Pretty amazing, but he's not in old reliable. He's not in the D stock automatic, the Firebird, the Formula Firebird. I think it's like a 73 Firebird or 72 Firebird. Mm-hmm. So he's in Dad's car. I don't know if that'll work against him or not. We shall see.
He does just as well in the Super Stocker, so I don't think he'll have any problem jumping from car to car. Did he win the Woodburn Divisional in Dad's car? I can't recall, but he doubled up.
I believe he did, yeah.
He doubled up in stock and super stock, and the next race he won either stock or super stock, but he came home with 3 Wallies, which is very impressive any weekend.
Yeah, well, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, no matter how you do it.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. All right, and then we got Parker. Parker's in the 69 Barracuda, 128 total runs there in eliminations. Now, mind you, if you ran at Bakersfield this past weekend or at St. Louis, some of them are still coming in. The runs are still being imported, so may not be counted right now. I did my best to try and do some averaging myself. But Parker, you got a lot of experience here, 128 runs for only running stock for 3 years now? So 34 average this year on the tree and winning 72% of your runs. What do you think? Winning it all this year or what?
I'd like to bring that reaction time average down. Hopefully Bakersfield brought it down a little bit. I think my worst light was 27 or 29, and my best light was 14. So hopefully bring that 31 average back down. But I think I'm sitting pretty average with everybody else on the reaction time. So if we can get that stepped up a little bit, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, now anything I would say under 035, even 037-ish is a good reaction time. Doesn't count red lights. If you have one bad reaction time as an outlier, that will throw it off. Anything that's in the 20s or teens is absolutely deadly in stock and super stock. So you're fine at 34. I would be very happy with that. So do not fret, my friend. And Michael Brand is in that Cobra Jet. As we said, Walt, I don't even know if he's really run stock eliminator this year. I think he ran super stock at 2 events. Haven't seen him. He's got 32 runs in factory stock AA. So we couldn't use 2025 averaging on him. His overall average in factory stock AA is 028 on the tree, which is pretty deadly, and wins 81% of his rounds. So,
yeah. And he was killer last year. He won. I believe he doubled up. He won the All Stars and the event. So he had a killer. Whatever was going on for the Motorplex, he has a little bit of mojo there because he went undefeated last year, if I'm not mistaken.
That's pretty spectacular right there.
Yeah, To win the JEGS All Star and win the whole, yeah.
And there's a bonus associated with there, is it not?
I think there is.
Yep.
I've got a question for you guys. Do you think that there's an advantage to being an all-stars at an event where you get more runs, more data, more hits at the tree? Do you think that helps you win the eliminator?
It
Good question.
probably doesn't hurt. Yeah. I think so, for sure.
Yeah, I think it because you're saying more hits, but I mean, if you go out first round, it's only one more. So I think it would help in a little bit, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with it.
We can't get enough racing in one weekend, so
Yeah, that's
give us more and more, right?
that's definitely true. That's definitely true.
I would answer that. I mean, yeah, if you're if you get on a good roll, it's certainly better without question. Coming off a Saturday with a big win in the All Stars, and say going into a third or fourth round of the Eliminator for Saturday night, you got a couple rounds going into Sunday for the last two, and yeah, I think it's pretty special, and make your hair stand up and make you pay attention. At least that's what I've seen from the sidelines. I mean, I've participated myself in this many times over years and years ago, but it's just as much fun for me, honestly, to be watching all the youngsters and veterans and some I've raced with duking it out. It is quite the sight. The focus you see, the gamesmanship you see going on, and then just the downright good racing on track. So usually you find me standing right between the water box just about for every round of the All Stars when I'm there, which I've not missed too many of them in the last 20 something years. So I'm sure I'll either be there or at the finish line watching, one of the two.
And I'll just add in my Landon 17.
17.
I would say as long as you like you, Parker, involved in it right now, let's say you win it, as long as you don't get complacent, right? You treat each round as you're trying to get there, because I think that's what happens sometimes, where you win it and you've traveled all the way here for the All Stars and you win the All Stars, so now it's kind of a weight lifted off your shoulders, and you may not be as aggressive or as focused for the national part.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go.
I don't see that though in this case. I see
you shouldn't.
I see that sheer discipline in the eyes on the other side of the camera here. So, and that's what it takes. I mean, we all know it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a 3-round race or a 6-round race or 7-round race, whatever, it takes a lot of focus, a lot of discipline, takes some good luck. I mean, it's all going to be happening, but more the merrier.
Yep. Approach every round like it's the only round.
See, I think one helps the other, and then this one helps the other. So you're going to run first round of Eliminator before you would ever run first round of the JEGS All Stars, right?
Right.
So even for me, like if I'm racing 2 cars, stock and super stock, if I go out and get that first round win in stock, it just puts me in a good energy now for super stock, where I feel like I can go out and win in super stock now. So if I won first round or second round in the Eliminator, and then I was going into the JEGS All Star, it would put me in a good spot for the JEGS All Star. Now, if you start winning in JEGS All Star, that's going to put me in a great mood for back in the Eliminator. So, it was like that when I played baseball. If you hit me two grounders and middle, I played second base. I fielded the first couple, I'm good to go. You can hit anything you want at me now. But, if I flub the first play of the game, I don't know if I want you to hit me anymore, grounders. So that's kind of the way it was for me.
Are you racing only stock, or are you racing a .90 class also, Parker?
I'll just be running a stock eliminator this weekend. My wife jumped in a Super Comp car. This is her first full season this year, so I've been taking on the crew chief role on that. And my sister, my brother-in-law, and my brother will be running as well. So we got quite the pit going. So we got five chances to hopefully come home with some hardware, right?
Power in the numbers.
Yep.
Right.
If you bring half the field, you have good odds, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, good deal. Good deal.
Who you picking, Walt?
Well, I'll say the last time Parker was
If
in
you
it.
don't pick me, I won't hold it against you.
No. The last time,
You're
I don't know if you
fired.
watched it, Parker, but the last time you were in it, I picked you. And I thought this was the type of race that you would you didn't tell me you were going to get nervous, but I feel like this is the type of race that you would excel in. And I mean, this is your second time, you know what you're expecting this time. And I like your driving style. So I'm going to actually pick you again. Get
Nice
it done.
work.
So you're the one that jinxed him last time. Okay.
Maybe.
He doesn't get nervous. He's just trying to play. He knows the opposition's watching right now.
Oh, I get
All right.
nervous.
We'll let Jeg go because now I got to think of somebody else.
Put me on the spot, huh? You know what? I love that's strong play there without question. Leading into Parker. I like Josh Decker. Obviously, I know him well. Love the Emmons family. Love to see them do well. Burton again, many-time champ. So it's going to be tough. But if I were to just pick it on emotion, I might pick John Gray, and because I love the car, I've loved it for decades and decades, and it's fun to watch the car. So we'll give him a little nod going into the weekend, and we'll see how it plays out. But same old asterisk on my voice, and it's not a political one. It is fact. This is a tough field, and it's going to be exciting to see it play out.
No wrong.
I'm wishing our co-host here, Parker, best of luck.
Thank you.
Best of luck. All right, now it's my turn. This is a tough one now. So Division 1's taken. Walt's got Parker. Two good, obviously, picks right there. Young Landon, 17 years old. I know that's his home track there. I think I got to go with the Emmons there. I mean, he's 17. I'd say maybe a little less experienced than everybody else, but he's got the team behind him. He's got a lot of runs down that track. The whole family does. They really do well there, as Parker, pointed out. So I think I'm going to go with Walt's division there. Division 4, I'll go with Landon Emmons.
Well, good deal. Good deal.
Do I get a pick?
Of course you do.
17
if I were to take
again, you're right.
If I were to take myself out of the picture, I would probably go with my heart on this one and vote Ellis Booth, because who doesn't like to see the slow car win?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we'd all be happy to see the slow car win. And those guys are good guys, so that'd be really cool.
Different categories of voting, like our favorite car, our favorite,
heart and head
driving style, our favorite elapsed time average. Yeah. All right. That's the most emphasis we do, stock and super stock. Now, I mean, Jeggy comes, he's a big .90 racer also. So we do have some of the other categories. We don't have to spend as much time on them. I don't want to monopolize, everybody's night here. But feel free, guys, if you're out there commenting, shout out your picks and be ready to vote on draginsights.com. Let's go into comp real quick, Walt. We got Joe Carnasciali in Division 1, Monty Bogan, D2, Dave Dupps in D3, Taylor Comiskey, D4, Brian Stufflebeam, D5, Ryan Warder, D6, Josh Lee, D7, and Steve Zupka is the blocker. I did put the classes down as best as I could, kind of guesstimating what everybody's running there.
Yep.
Joe, I Supermod automatic. Monty Bogan, what is that? H altered automatic?
Yeah, I think he has it
here, right?
Yeah, I think he has the run H altered automatic. I think that's the closest combination that he had. He heard a few motors earlier this year, so I think they may have the H combination back, because in comp you have to run one or the two. If you ran two different categories or classes to accumulate points for the All-Stars, you have to run one of those in the All-Stars. So for example, our Division 4 Don Thomas, he qualified for the All-Stars in the car, but he sold the car and he doesn't have the combination anymore. So he would be in attendance in the race, but he can't run the All Stars because he doesn't have a car that fits the class that he qualified in. So
I didn't realize that. That's
Wow.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
yep. You can't just show up with a turbo 2JZ and borrow it for the weekend and just wreck it.
Right.
Yeah. Or Bruno would probably make a lot of money
Right.
around this time of the year.
Right. Got to cover
Right.
everything at all times, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll go first with this one. I'm gonna go with Steve Zupka. I mean, D1 guy. I gotta go for him. Coming off a cancer scare there, had to take some time off from racing.
Yep.
Back in the seat here, gonna be the blocker for Division 1. Yeah, he's my comp eliminator consigliere along with you, Walt. Whenever I have a question about comp, I either text Steve Zupka or Walt Walker. I'm going with Steve, but I do like some other names. I mean, I love Monty Bogan. I love Dave Dupps. I love Taylor Comiskey. You know, they're all good people. I'm going with Zupka.
I think I'd lean toward my teammate in Monty J.
Monty Joe.
Little Monty J. Yeah. I've known him a long time, and I watched him race. He's a good quality racer, and he's had some fast cars and won a lot of races this year already. So I think would get my nod as I'm looking down through the list. A lot of tough competitors again, but
and he should have a Timmy Freeman motor, right? So
should be pretty sporty this weekend.
Yep.
Everybody gets loaded up for the All Stars, and I think comp will be no shyness of that.
Yeah. Do you follow it at all, Parker?
I'm not too familiar with comp, but I'm gonna have to agree with Jeg on this one and go with Monty Bogan. He's got that elite power, so I mean those guys are very, very intelligent. Not that anybody else isn't, but I think they have a lot of resources that they can use in that class in particular.
All right. Well, I think I'm going with Joe Carnichel, and one of the reasons he'll be one of the slower cars, so he'll have the clean tree every time. So that's a lot of pressure. I think he has the most personal index to so he'll have a favorable index because everybody else is fairly beat up, and he has a blocker. So I think if it becomes a situation with him and Zuka have to run each other, I think he'll get the nod because he's the points earner. So
look at you, you're just bringing in all the details.
I like that analysis.
Real devil's in the details here. He's got more personal left, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yep.
I didn't do my homework. I'm going on emotion here.
I gotta kind of pay attention to comp a little bit.
No, I'm with you. It is a fun class. Class to watch.
All right, let's move it into Super Comp.
A lot of high line and small blocks in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will have number of runs and 2025 quickest under the index. Now, Walt, they're still going to get penalized, right? If they go 6 under or temporarily for the next round?
Yes, you will get CIC, yes, but nothing permanent.
Okay. All right, Super Comp, Division 1, Kevin Scholl. Division 2, Bradley Snowball. Division 3, Devin Eisenhower. Division 4, Tanner Thorpe. Division 5 is Jordan Pratt. Division 6 is Cooper Chun. Division 7 is Jonathan Flores. And the blocker is Division 1's Tommy Stalba. Stalba's got 240 runs under his belt, but not having his best season here. He's only winning 56% of his rounds in 2025. His average reaction time is 0.24 this year, which is, I mean, pretty good. Super Comp, I think you might have to be in the teens, though, with your average. And I did put everybody's average mile per hour on here just to kind of give us an example of, or give us an idea of who's going to be coming up on their opponents and who's going to be looking over their shoulder.
Well, I'll go since I went last time. I think I like Cooper Chung. He should have one of the slower mile per hour cars. He likes looking over his shoulder for whatever reason. Excellent bracket racer. He might be at Ardmore with you, with Parker. That's what he does. He bracket races and he gets it done on both, .90 and bracket racing. So I'm gonna go with Cooper Chung out of Division 6.
Probably solid choice. The $1 Million Man, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Last year, a youngster. I've watched him online a bunch because I haven't been to too many of those in recent years, but I'd say it's a good choice. And I'll lean toward Division III with Eisenhower. Their
That's a
family
good choice.
is extremely tough. He's got a fast car. Uh, you know, if this was at IRP, I'd shoe him in for sure.
Yeah.
If it was at Indianapolis, but yeah, he's going to be. I think right up there in the front of things too. Really good driver, really fast car, and always just mowing the tree. So, but again, it's a tough field, so we'll have to wait and see. I mean, look, you got seasoned veteran like
Stolba. Yeah.
bringing in the blocker range. So, and it wouldn't be surprising to see any one of these guys get it done. We'll just leave it at that. I already picked mine. I'm out.
What do you think, Parker?
You guys got a lot of good picks with Cooper, Thomas, Devin Eisenhower, multi-time world champion in the bracket and in super gas. But I'm gonna go with Tanner Thorpe on this one. He's really been showing out in Super Comp lately, especially in Division 4. I believe it's also his home track,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. So the possibilities are endless for him. I think that he's got really good odds at bringing home that All-Star trophy.
Good
Now,
point.
before you pick, Bobby, I want to preface this by it can't be somebody that you're riding with.
I know. Well, Kevin Scholl, I mean,
I
been
know
him a long
that's where your
time.
heart is. I know
My
that's where
dad,
your heart.
has built his transmissions and rears for 100 years, and 2 division championships in the last 3 years, I believe. So he is, I would, but
That's your heart. We already know. No
Yeah.
offense to Kevin. We know where
Well,
your
all
heart
right.
is. Bobby.
Well, let's go with Bradley Snowball. Okay, like the last name. Average reaction time is pretty solid, and middle of the road mile per hour, 172.68. So the chases aren't too extreme either way, either chasing or getting chased. So there we go.
I was guessing
a
with
little love to
Cooper.
Division 2.
What is Cooper's mile per hour? Is he the bottom one?
I think he goes 170.
Oh, does he?
Cooper's average is 160.16.
That's with the drop, though.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to put average. I was going to put a delta.
Speed
we're going
can
with
be done
average.
when you're holding a few.
Yeah. All right. We got super gas.
Super gas and super street, and then I guess we can call it a night. Charlie Kanopik, Division 1, super gas. Jim Perry, Division 2. Nathan Prose, Division 3. Roger Warren is Division 4. Trevor Larson, Division 5. Brian Presler, Division 6. Evan Kowalski, Division 7. And Michael Boehner is the blocker out of Division 7. I believe out of Division 7.
Go for it, Parker.
Mike's one of my best friends, so I'm not going to bet against him. Lately, he's got a bigger engine in his car, and I think he goes dang near 175 in super gas, which is pretty stout. So I'm thinking he'll be chasing most of the time. So if he can get people looking over their shoulder, I think he can turn on a lot of window lights.
Good deal.
I would second that. Look at Jim Perry, old KG veteran.
Yes.
What's he still in his truck in super gas, or what's he running in super gas?
He's in the truck.
Yeah. So I think that's the direction I go. We bracket raced together for decades and super class race, and I think he'll be pretty tough. It's hard to go against. Was just up in Brainerd. Watched Trevor Larson go to the final next to my brother-in-law Jason Kenny, and they kind of duked it out there. And I think he'll be tough too. But it's going to be a good lineup. It's going to be a good lineup. But I'm going to lean toward Division 2 and my old buddy Jim Perry.
Jim Perry.
316 runs under his belt. He's got the most out of the list right there. So he does have experience on his side, we'll say.
Yeah, you can't trick him. I think I'm going to go with one of the youngsters in Nathan Prose. He's been on fire this year, and it'll be fitting for him, whether he wins the world or not. It'll be fitting for him to get an All-Stars victory. So he's been on absolute fire this year.
He just came off of a runner-up finish in St. Louis, right?
Did he win? He might. Yeah. Because his sister
And
won.
his
So
sister
yeah,
won
he ran.
Super
Yep.
Cup.
Yeah, they had a couple deep.
Yep.
My motorhome was parked right across from them. They were thrashing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I knew they were deep.
Yep.
With a couple of them.
0.14 average reaction time this year for Nathan Pros, so I like that. That's the best on the list right there. 158 mile per hour average speed down there, but I think I'm going to go with Evan Kowalski. I left him out in super stock voting. He's obviously going to be running 2 cars, going to get a lot of time on the track. 290 runs under his belt in super gas, and he's got a nice win percentage this year, 81%, which is the best on the list there. So I'm going to go with Evan Kowalski, super gas.
Kowalski is a really good pick. In last year, he finished top 5 in the nation. He just barely raced in Bakersfield, pitted right next to me. He won in super stock, runnered up in super stock, and I believe he was really, really deep in super gas on both races. So just a standout racer.
That's awesome.
Yep. Young guy too, right? I mean, he can't be that old.
He's a couple years older than me. And I'm 25.
How old are you, Parker? You're 25?
Yeah, he's 27, 28, somewhere around there.
Oh, the 20s. They were fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Super Street. Here we go. Frank Volpe, Division 1. We think Donald Webb, Division 2. There's a little...
Well, I'm actually thinking Chris Webb. He's second. Christopher Webb is second. And I think maybe Donald Webb entered because he couldn't enter later. And because Chris Webb could enter whenever, because he's if he's the All-Star representative replacing Ed Pauley.
All right. Well, we will finalize that. We'll find out for sure.
One of those Webbs.
One of the Webbs. We got Ray Miller, the second for Division 3. John Liebham, Division 4, or Liebham. Jason Hennessy, Division 5. David Mansas, Division 6. John Dexter, Division 7. And the blocker is Alan Bush, I believe, out of Division 3.
Yep.
I'll go first. I'll take John Dexter for this one. He's been to the All-Stars 3, 4, 5 times in the last as many years. So he's got the experience. He's got the routine. He knows what he's showing up to, and he's a great racer. He does really well out here in Division 7 in Super Street, and he's a great dialer. He came from Colorado, so he's got the Bandamere stuff down, and now he's got the sea level stuff down. So I don't think much weather can trick him. So John Dexter is my pick.
Good deal. Good deal. It's really hard for me to pick against anybody named Ray Miller, and there's several of them, but it's really hard to pick against any of the Ray Millers, related or not. But I think I'm gonna go with a hometown guy, John Liebham. He's maybe younger than you, Parker. He's got a division championship or 2 under his belt, and he has a lot of experience at this track. So I think I'm gonna go that route.
I remember watching his dad run their Camaro.
Yep. He just rebuilt it. He's
mid-90s.
Yep. He rebuilt it and won a race already, because he crashed it pretty good in Belrose running comp with it.
Oh, gotcha.
And maybe 2 years ago. And he just got it back together mid-season this year. And I think he won maybe the second race out with it in Top Sportsman.
Very cool.
All right, and we're going with, it's my turn. Let's see. Who's got the best reaction time average here? They were already picked. Okay, I got to go with Frank Volpe then. He's Italian. He's got 90 runs under his belt. Averages 146 miles an hour. I like that number. He's going to be coming up on some people, and he's got an 0.24 average reaction time, 72% win rate this year, which is pretty good on that list. I think he's third place on that list. So I'll go with Frank Volpe.
If I would have known he was Italian, that might have changed my mind.
Right, Parker?
That one's hard to miss though on the Volpe.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll bring it up the rear on this one. I wanted to hop on your coattails with Liebman, but I'll go with the blocker with Alan Bush. I've raced with him for a long, long time. Kind of like Parker said on his guy, because really great dialer. Been running one of a couple of cars in the span that I've known him, and I think he's one of the faster speed cars. When you're just statistically looking at it. He's ready to turn that 57% win into 75 plus. So I'm just wanting to spout out some stats. You're all stat
Stuff right there.
No, it's so yeah, I'm gonna go with our blocker and give him a little love because I raced with him for a long time and great family, great racers.
And
Good
Neil
deal.
Hobbs says that Donald is making the trip. Chris isn't.
Chris isn't.
going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. So it is Donald.
Sounds good. All right.
See, it's a now world we live in.
Yep.
What else do we need to know?
Instant information.
Isn't it
That's right.
amazing? Okay, we did have top dragster and top sportsman. I don't know if the list is accurate there and didn't get any stats on these racers, but if we just shout them out real quick, I think Walter Zalek, Division 1,
fourth.
Robert Houston, Division 2, Blake Peevler, Division 3, Kevin Thorpe, Division 4, Mark Graham, Division 5, Dylan Howe, Division 6, Cody Weber, Division 7, and Vince Mussolino, Division 1 blocker.
What do you
I've
think,
got
Jake?
No stats here, so you guys are going to have to lead the way on this one.
I'm thinking the blocker might be Italian too.
Might be the vowel at the end of the name.
That
I've
is-
been pitted next to this guy a couple times this year. It's pretty fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got some beautiful rides too. Yeah, that's another all-star lineup.
Oh,
Fit for only the JEGS All Stars, right?
Yeah.
God, I think you can flip a coin. I'm turning it back to you guys.
I got my
Um,
dog. I got my dog
most
Cody
familiar
Weber.
with- You like
I was
Cody
I
Weber?
was really leaning Cody also.
He's won the All Stars before. He's been there 2 or 3 times. Last year he went with his dad. They just got their act together right now. So Cody is number 1 on my list.
I can tell you a lot of the races I've been to in Top Dragster in Division 3, naturally, you've got Al and Blake Peevler, just laying them down. If one doesn't get you, the other one does. And obviously, Blake's in the All Stars here. I'm still turning it back to you guys. I could talk about Dylan as well. Man's been knocking them dead on the bracket scene. Top Dragster scene he's been running some 890 stuff too, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's no
and
shortness in-
he's got a stalker that he's ran a little bit,
Oh, cool. I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen that one yet.
or
Mark-
it's Justin's, one of the two.
Gotcha.
It's second Thorpe on here. I mean, Kevin Thorpe joins Tanner Thorpe, and so you got family affair both in the All Stars, which is pretty cool. The same year. Like I said, I'm just throwing a dart out there. I'll go with Robert Houston. It's probably the closest he'll ever race to Houston now. So I'll go with Robert Houston.
And I'll go with Dylan Howe.
Good deal.
All right, top sportsman. I don't know who the blocker is going to be. I've got Michael Danielle. Do you know who won top sportsman last year? Walt?
Kurt Frederick, and he is on the entry list.
All
Division
right.
5.
Kurt Frederick. Michael Danielle, Division 1. Douglas Crumlich, Division 2. Dennis Dowson, Division 3. Bent Blomberg, Division 4. Michael Chitty, Division 5. Bill King, Division 6. Bradley Johnson, Division 7. And I don't follow enough top sportsmen really I think I've only heard of about 2 of those names. So
Just a little
I'll
family
let somebody
affair.
else go.
The Bent Bloomberg, he's John Liebram's father-in-law. So that's another family connection, which is really cool. Guys racing out of the same trailer or next to each other that got a chance to make it to the All Stars. I like Doug Crumlich, really fast car, and he's had some I think it went down to the wire between him and I forget who else. It was kind of some got to have it rounds, and he got it done in pressure situations. So I'm gonna go that way.
Far out. Good call.
Anybody else?
I'll go with Michael Chitty. I like his name.
The J&A Services sponsored car.
All right. There you go.
I'm gonna pick Bradley Johnson. He, man, I need to get after this guy. If he would show up to a couple more races, I guarantee you'd have a couple more or a couple world championships under his belt. I think 2 times he's gone into the last race and he comes up just a couple rounds short, but he also has a couple more rounds that he could improve if he would have shown up to another race. So if he could do that, he's got great potential in the All-Stars.
Love it.
See that?
Our Division
great.
3 guy, Denny Dowson, he's got, if I remember right, got a pretty cool Mopar hot rod he and his wife run, and I've been cheering them on for the last couple of years. Met him a couple of years ago in Chicago. So, I'll give our Division 3 guy a nod as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with him. But Mopar, I mean, he has to be cool, right?
Mopar, no car, they say.
All right. Well, guys, there you have it. We made our picks. The official roster will be posted. Alicia will handle that. She'll make the form. All you have to do is click on it, and you can go in and vote. It's like a Google form. And if you win, you'll get premium membership for free.
Hey, we got
you
one
already
more
get a free. Yes, sir. Go.
We got to pick which division's going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite aspects about the All-Stars. It kind of gives off bracket finals feels where you're racing against all these guys all year, and then you show up to a race as a team, and you're giving each other high fives where you normally would be showing them the fist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Love it. Absolutely. Hell, as
I'm a
many
homer.
Division 3 guys as I've picked, I better go with Division 3 to win this thing at this point in time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in it. I'm gonna go cast my votes and see if I remembered properly.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
go ahead, Parker.
I'm a homer. I'll go with my home division, Division 7. We got a pretty good lineup, pretty stacked, I feel like. And I would take any of these guys against the field. So
7-1 last year, didn't they?
2 years ago.
6-1, I think. No. Yeah, it must have been 2 years ago. One might have won last year.
Who's on Stalbus? That team won.
Yeah,
One.
yeah, that was one because Zupka won and Stauber won and Vince
Priscilla
won
runner-up.
and
Okay.
So I'm kind of leaning in JEGS way. I think Division 3 with Eisenhower and Pros and Ray Miller and Peevler. I mean, you go down the line, Decker and Duncan. Yep.
Parker says, "Don't you say Decker." In this case,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Yeah, it's a pretty stout lineup from 3 this year.
Steve Bruce is saying Division 1. Walter Gamble saying Division 4. Awesome show, guys. Thank you, Ray Thurston. Appreciate that. And now it's down to me. I think I'm going to go with Walt's division, Division 4. It's their home track, and they got some big names in here. Comiskey, Hidalgo, Emmons, Tanner Thorpe, Kevin Thorpe. So I'll go for your team there, Walt. I'll go D4.
Good deal. We're on record now. Once it's on the internet, it is what it is. We're on record.
I want to thank you guys. Parker, thanks for joining us tonight. I know you got a lot of racing to get ready for, and you got a long trip ahead of you. Jeg Coughlin Jr., I can't thank you enough for joining us tonight, taking some time out of your busy schedule.
My pleasure.
Thank you to your to your family for,
much appreciated.
Making me spend a lot of money as a youngster that I probably shouldn't have been spending looking at that JEGS catalog when I was supposed to be working,
We've all done it except for Tanner.
borrowing dad's credit card without him knowing.
Tanner probably just clicks on the keyboards, does some surfing. Not so many catalogs anymore, but yeah, no doubt. It's I can say on behalf of our family in the years that we were involved in it directly, and now the JEGS as a company, they're excited to continue the march with the JEGS All Stars. And we just reviewed almost plus or minus about 72 or so drivers and teams from all 7 divisions. We didn't get into the regional stuff at all with the alcohol classes, but it's going to be one heck of a show. And wishing Tanner all the best of luck in your travels, safe travel. Or I'm sorry, Tanner.
That's all right.
Parker,
I've been called worse. That's my
no,
brother.
I hear you. Love the family.
Yep.
But yeah, safe travels and good luck on the weekend leading into the points meet. It's a lot of racing. Keep your stuff together and keep that focus and discipline and have some fun.
Thank you. On behalf of all the sportsman racers and their community and the whole sportsman racing community, I feel like I can say, please tell JEGS thank you for hosting us. It goes a long ways from the goodie bags to just putting their name on it so we could have this event. It's something we look forward to watching every year and hopefully participating in. But from the bottom of our hearts, it's a big thank you to JEGS.
Well, thank you. Thank you guys.
Yep.
All right.
Good
All right,
show.
guys.
Appreciate everybody.
Yep,
Thanks
have
for
a great
having us,
night.
Bobby, Walt, Jeg.
Yep.
It was good talking to you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Walt, thanks for helping me out again, Walt, like you always do, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. I'll see you guys in a couple of days, and Jay, you'll be letting the clutch out and hopefully being 00 as you always are and getting to the winner's circle, hopefully.
Well, we need a little head start. Some of these guys are pretty quick right now. So, but we're in a never surrender environment. Looking forward to the event in Dallas for all the festivities leading into it. Wednesday night is the Billy Meyer and the Johnson family put on a great night of champions dinner Wednesday night, where we host a lot of folks from the community, and past champions are invited to come in. And last year's winning the race last year got to pick some of the entree for the night, little beef tenderloin and whatnot. So yeah, it's just going to be a fun weekend. And Thursday night with as the Stampede of Speed continues on to the big autograph session there in Waxahachie is a huge event. My first year at it was last year, and couldn't believe to have just about 100% of the all-star teams were represented there, and then a lot of the Mission Foods pro teams were there as well, and a lot of festivities going on. So, and in our case, we haven't even started racing yet, but in the case of the Lucas Oil Series and the All Stars, they're kicking off earlier in the week with the points meet. And do you guys start time runs on Wednesday for the National as well?
Yeah, we should get one, just one on Wednesday, and
I get you. That's why
because we'll be racing. We'll be racing, all Monday and Tuesday. So most people have a fair amount of laps, and we got a divisional to finish from Tulsa there. So just about everybody involved would have a fair amount of laps by the time we get to Wednesday.
Good deal. Well,
Yep.
Good luck to everybody and safe travels, and hope all our viewers tonight enjoyed us. Had a great time being on with you guys.
Thank you very much.
And one last question for everybody. What pro stock race are we picking for next weekend?
JEGS.
JEGS. All right.
We got some love then. I love you guys.
All right. Thanks, Jeg. Appreciate it, bud. Have a good night.
We'll see y'all.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Jeg. Thank you, Parker. Man,
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Hey,
Well, let's
Parker,
go.
you want to thank anybody who's helping you get down there this weekend? Or
Yeah, I'd love to. First off, JEGS, they help out a bunch. They write us a check and give us some fuel money. All the racers that donated to the travel fund in Division 7, the Stock Eliminator guys and gals down there, they put together a little some money for us to use on gas. Like to thank them. Like to thank my wife for all the time that I'm away and I drag her along with me. But most importantly, I like to thank my parents, my dad and my mom for supporting us kids and dragging us all over the country. So
good deal. Good deal. We'll see you in a few days.
Sounds
it doesn't
good.
seem like it's very long, but yeah. We'll see you either, I guess Sunday night y'all will be pulling in, right?
Yep, late Sunday night after the Ardmore bracket race, we'll be there.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Good luck and be safe traveling.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
Right.
That a good guy.
Yep. Good guy. Good time. Good time talking to those guys and making some picks. Pretty cool.
All right. Well, Walt, I'm going to cover some results. I know you probably had a long day at work, so you are free to go.
I will get out of here.
Go spend some time with your lovely wife there and eat some dinner. You probably haven't even had a chance to yet. So I want to thank you for joining me yet again, man. Third annual. And we all want to thank Walt. Walt
I appreciate it.
The guy. Walt's the reason Jeg was on the show tonight. So thanks, buddy.
I appreciate you having me, and it's fun as always. Thank you for all the stats that you and Alicia work on, and it's very helpful.
All right, buddy. Take care. I'll hope to see you in Texas next week. A couple days. All right.
See you soon, buddy.
All right. All right, guys. That was our JEGS All Star Preview, but I don't want to leave you hanging and the racers that did so well this weekend hanging. So let's cover some results there. The St. Louis National #1 qualifier was Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. E-Stock Automatic. That's a 2004 GTO. There were 59 cars. When there's an odd number of cars, he goes for it. And he did it convincingly. 111 under. It was 1059 on an 1170 index. And he parlayed that into a win, right? He was in the final round against Dennis Lund. Dennis was driving a factor stock AA 17 Copo. Jimmy in E-Stock Automatic dialed a 1091. He was 020 on the tree. Dennis was 028 on the tree. He dialed 874. But Jimmy got down there. I think Jimmy hit the brakes, does the little, I guess, I don't know. Call it a spot drop, if you will. 119 miles an hour. And runs a 1090 with a 1 on a 1091. Breaks out by 9 thou, but Dennis comes around him and runs an 870 on an 874. Breaking out by almost 400ths there. And giving the win to Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. It's his 17th national event win. Listen to these reaction times. This is the range that you're dealing with when you're racing this guy. So you got to be on top of your game. 014 first round in the bye run. 16 second round. 004 third round. 19 in the fourth round. 19 again in the fifth round. And then 20 in the final round there. This guy had a range of 16 thou, with 004 being the outlier. Most of the other ones were between 14 and 20. So he is on, man. He is dialed in on the starting line. Superstock, David Barton, Division 1. #1 qualifier, Factory Superstock F. That's a 2015 Copo. 921 with a 3 on a 1020 index. He was 987 under. There were 60 cars in Superstock. Final round. Brett Spear, the chiropractor, versus Kevin Helms, the former world champion. Let's see. Brett's running GTI Automatic. It's an 87 Camaro. And Kevin Helms is driving Doug Dool's 68 Barracuda. It's a factory GTC car. So it doesn't have the old 68 426 Hemi in it, but I think it does have a later model Hemi in it out of a more recent Challenger. Kevin was 020 on the tree. Dialed 910. Was able to coast to a 920 because Brett Spear was 005 red. Brett dialed 990. Was leaving first and just cut it too tight there. Brett got past Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. in the fifth round there and was kind of on his game. He was 000 in the first. Oh my God, that first round against Wyatt Wagner, that was crazy. He was trip zip, and I think Wagner was like 003 or something like that. Crazy. 005 maybe. And then Brett was 46 in the second round, but then he dialed in. He was 11, he was 7, he was 21 against Hidalgo. I think Hidalgo went red there, but then cut it too close. 005 red in the final, whilst Kevin Helms was 004, 29, 45 against Wodarczyk. Got that done against Tyler Wodarczyk. 032 against Amy Falk, 010 against Nick Morris, and then 020 in the final round. Kevin Helms got his 30th national event win. Congratulations. And then we were in Bakersfield. They had a double event there. Number one qualifier, Bob Gullett in the F-Stick 68 Nova, 1083.6 on an 1180. He was 964 under. Parker Theobald was in the final round there, that first race in his 69 Barracuda, going up against Ryan Smith in an N-Stock automatic Malibu wagon, 83 Malibu wagon. Nice. Ryan Smith was dialed 1255, but he was 086 on the tree. Can't do that against Parker Theobald. Parker was dialed 1071. He was 020 on the tree and ran a 1072 on the 1071 dial, getting his 7th divisional event win. 7th divisional event win already. Congratulations, Parker Theobald. Justin Lamb was number one qualifier in Super Stock. That's a 2022 Copo. It's Super Stock A modified stock. 864.1 on a 960 index, so he was 959 under. 34 cars in Super Stock, but Evan Kowalski matched up against Kevin Motter in the final round. Kowalski's 2008 Cobalt runs in factory GTC. Kevin Motter GTK automatic. That's an 88 Camaro. He was dialed 1016, and he was 016 on the tree. He had the advantage, leaving first on the starting line, but he ran a 1019 on the 1016. I think he gave that one back down there. Kowalski ran a 910 on a 909 at 137 miles an hour. Kowalski was 025 on the tree, but he was coming from behind, and he got the win. 6th divisional event win for Evan Kowalski. Congratulations, Evan. Race number 2 saw Joe Sorensen qualifying number 1 in the 69 Camaro. That's F-Stock automatic nowadays. 1089.2 on the 1185 index. That's 958 under. There were 52 cars for that second race in Stock Eliminator. And Shelby Williams, E-Stock automatic in the 70 Camaro. I do believe that is what, the LT1 combination there. Going up against Gary Lucier, 1984 Dodge Daytona E front-wheel drive stock. So that, I believe, a 4-cylinder there, 1692 dial-in. He was 139 on the tree, though. That was kind of going to make it tough there. Shelby was dialed 1098. She was 048 on the tree after waiting 6 seconds to leave. And she got down there, got around Gary. She broke out by 2, but Gary broke out by 3. So by the double breakout rules, Shelby Williams got her 2nd divisional event win. Congratulations, Shelby Williams. Congratulations, Gary, for making it to the final on a front-wheel drive stalker. That's no easy task. Leo Glassbrenner was out there. So, he lives in Tennessee, but I guess he still flies out to California to run Division 7 whenever he can. That's a factory Superstock F 2014 Copo. 928.3 on a 1020 index. He was 917 under. And Justin Lamb's cousin, Trey Vetter, was in the final here against Chris Hall, 2 standout racers. Superstock F automatic 68 Camaro, beautiful car there for Trey Vetter. Chris Hall in a 2017 Camaro, factory Superstock C. Chris was dialed 898. Trey was dialed 981. Trey's 017 on the tree, which is pretty much average for him. He is killer on the tree. Chris Hall was 067. Can't do that against Trey Vetter. Trey runs a 983 on a 981. Chris Hall breaks out 897.9 on 898. Broke out by 1 thou, getting there 2nd. That's not going to do it. Trey Vetter gets his 7th divisional event win. And listen to these lights. 018, 002, 027, 026, 015, and 017. So he's on. He's on his game. Trey Vetter, congratulations. Let's run through the points real quick, and then we're going to bed. Number 1 in the world, Stock Eliminator, is Bubba Linky. Top 5, Johnny Gray, and then Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., Joe Santangelo, and Jeff Strickland. Hidalgo Jr. is coming around, though. He's still got some more races he can try and improve on. He's got one more national he can try and improve on, if he can improve, and he's got 2 more divisionals. Same for Bubba Linky. Superstock, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., Justin Lamb, Kevin Helms, Joe Santangelo, and Pete Diagnolo. Justin and Jimmy both ran 5 nationals and 6 divisionals. Kevin Helms has only run 5 and 5, so they got a couple things they can improve on. Number 1 in each division, here we go. Johnny Gray Stock, Division 1, Peter Diagnolo, Superstock. Division 2, Jeff Longany Stock, Monty Bogan Superstock. Division 3 is Houston Rakes Stock, Fred Bartoli Superstock. Fred was supposed to be the JEGS All Star rep, but he's sitting this one out. And it's got Jeremy Duncan filling in for him. Division 4 is Gary Emmons in stock, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. in Superstock. So Emmons pushed Hidalgo out. Division 5, Logan Burnett in stock, Tyler Bedarzik Superstock. Division 6 is Cal Method in stock, and Brad Burton in Superstock. I think Cal Method's like 81 years old. He's number 1 in stock in Division 6. Division 7, Kyle Rizzoli in stock and Evan Kowalski in super stock. All right, guys. There you go. That's it for me. There's probably more that I forgot, but, you know, it's been a long enough night as it is, and it's time for bed. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for the sponsors for making this possible. Thanks, Walt Walker, Jeg Coughlin Jr., and Parker Theobald for joining us. And thanks to all of you guys in the audience there. Walt Walker says Gary Lou was in Tulsa and is still in race 2, so he's headed back this way. Oh, my goodness. He went from Tulsa out to California all the way back to Texas. Woo, he might be driving the Stalker. Who knows? That thing probably gets great gas mileage. The reaction times by some of these racers is phenomenal. You're telling me, man. I've been practicing on the practice tree every day, and yeah, you have to. Hey, there's Al Carr. What's going on? Al Carr, what's up, buddy? Well, I'll see you in Vegas. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Vegas this year. I'm hoping for Pomona, though. Division 7 is stacked this year. My money is on them, says Mackenzie Theobald. Way to go, Walt. Comments still flying in. Sydney, we saw that one. I think I got through all the comments. All right. D7 winning, and I'm from D1, says Jason Lawrence. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Thanks to all the sponsors that make this possible. DragonSites.com if you want to get yourself a free membership. If you want to vote on the JEGS All Stars, be sure to do that. The form will be posted on Facebook, Class Racer, probably everywhere. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share to the YouTube channel for me if you could, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All right, guys, have a good night. Take care.